are officially on the eve of John Cena's final match. In exactly 24 hours from now, and this video is being recorded at around 10:30 Eastern Time, John Cena will have made his final entrance in gear. He will say, "Let's go to work," one last time to cameraman Stu. He will hit his final 5-knuckle shuffle. He will hit his final AA. The match against Gunther will be over. Hopefully he wins, but I don't expect it. Saturday night's main events will be officially over, and John Cena will have officially retired from the WWE. A historic event awaits us in less than 24 hours. I had to mention this, and this is before we get into the SmackDown review. John Cena received a heartfelt farewell from almost the entire WWE roster. What happened was WWE did a recording in which a whole bunch of wrestlers and people backstage, announcers, everyone, Triple H was there as well, and Bruce Pritchard, they tributed John Cena from Gorilla. Everyone did a tribute to John Cena. Some of them did the pose, the "you can't see me" pose. There's a couple who did the word life pose, which was cool. Some did the salute to John Cena. Others held up a paper saying, "Thank you, John. Thank you, Cena. Never give up. Hustle, loyalty, respect." All his great catchphrases. Everyone was doing tributes, and it was wonderful. It was really beautiful, and it's an emotional video. I'll admit, yesterday when I first watched it, it got me to cry a little bit. I teared up a bit when I watched it. It was great. It was so well done, and I actually liked it better if that they did it this way instead of just having people say everyone talk about John Cena and do a 10-second tribute to John Cena talking. I thought this was actually done a lot better, and you should watch it. And I like it so much that I'm going to include it in the description of this video. So if you want to watch it, look in the description and I will provide the link. It's on WWE's official YouTube page. Everyone was there. You had Roman Reigns at the end. You had Brock Lesnar, both of them paying tribute to John Cena. I mentioned Triple H and Bruce Pritchard. CM Punk was there. The Miz, he did the "Let's Go Cena, Cena sucks" thing, but then at the end he put "Let's Go Cena" with the 2 cards. Almost everyone. I think the one exception was Randy, but he's in Saudi Arabia right now. I'm not sure. I don't think he's going to be there, and that's unfortunate because he's John Cena's greatest rival, Randy Orton is. But he's in Saudi Arabia, and I think Liv Morgan is there along with Tiffany Stratton, I believe, is there as well. But he wasn't there. A lot of the women, Charlotte Flair was there. She did a tribute for John Cena. Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss had a cool one with Lily. She had Lily do the "you can't see me." Then Alexa did the salute. She's so cute when she does that. Anyway, that one I liked a lot. Also, Roxanne Perez, Bayley did a cool one. Lara Valkyria, I believe. Almost all the women that you see on TV were participated. I think Rhea Ripley as well. Liv Morgan did I think she was in the Basic Thugonomics gear, which she looked cute there as well. So all of them. Also some of the other guys. Cody Rhodes did one. He actually recreated the classic John Cena when he was entering the Hammerstein Ballroom at the One Night Stand match, One Night Stand 2 match against Rob Van Dam. He actually recreated that, which was really cool. So I can't mention everyone. Michael Cole as well. But almost everyone did a tribute there, and you should definitely check that out. So it was a cool farewell. Now, the show, SmackDown, was, they mentioned John Cena a lot on this show, but it wasn't really a tribute to John Cena on this show. I thought they'd do a little bit more for him here on this show, to be honest, but they did promote it, they mentioned it, and SmackDown, it was its own show. It's an end-of-the-year SmackDown. You don't expect too much, especially when the first SmackDown of next year, as with the first Raw, is going to be really big, so it's kind of a toned-down show. I didn't like it that much. You started off with the announcers, Michael Cole and Corey Graves, welcoming us to the show. And then they go to a video segment with Nick Aldis, and he gives an official statement regarding Drew McIntyre, and he's suspended, and he's going to be brought back. And then Cody is there, and Nick hands Cody a legal letter from Drew's attorneys, which Cody grabs and just crunches it up in his hand. Cody then comes out. He cuts a promo on Drew McIntyre before being interrupted by his opponent, tomorrow night, Obafemi. He gets in the ring, introduces himself, and he tells Cody his time is up and my time is now, to quote John Cena. They both pose with their belts to end the segment. I thought Oba came off as a star here, and I think what's going to happen is Oba's going to win. I thought Cody would win going in to tonight, before tonight, but after watching this segment, I really believe Oba's going to win because I don't think he's going to win clean, by the way. But I think Drew is going to interfere in the match. He's going to cost Cody the match and allow Oba Femi to win this match. I think Oba wins with assistance from Drew McIntyre. We see some of the wrestlers arriving. First, Aleister Black and Zelina Vega, and then Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley, both arriving ahead of the mixed tag team match, which main evented the show. Then we see Charlotte and Alexa Bliss arriving, then Lash Legend and Nia Jax. Ilya Dragunov was backstage, and when he's walking out, Fraxium offers him backup ahead of his match with Tommaso Ciampa in case DIY interferes, but Ilya refuses. Tommaso Ciampa was out next to his classic NXT No One Will Survive theme song. And we get our United States Championship match to open up the show. Ilya Dragunov defending his title against Tommaso Ciampa, and easily the best part of this show. It seemed that these two were very motivated by the special weekend, and they were on the show with John Cena retiring, but they were on the night before, and it seemed like they had a fire lit under their asses, and they were out here tonight, and they just worked their asses off. It was a hell of a match, and it was bloody, and it was physical. It was stiff. This was a great match. So Ciampa actually hit the top rope raid crash, but Dragunov kicked out. Ilya was busted open hard way from the nose, and he was bleeding here. He was bleeding a gusher. It was all over his face here. He was definitely, you don't see this. Rarely do they allow people to keep bleeding like this in WWE. Johnny Gargano interferes, and then Candice LeRae came out. She attacked Ilya Dragunov as Johnny had the referee distracted. She hooked him on the top rope. Ciampa then hit a running knee on Dragunov, but he kicked out. That was definitely a near fall. I thought that could have been it, but Dragunov got out. Ciampa eventually got rolled up by Ilya for the win. After the match, Ciampa and Gargano begin attacking Ilya, but then Carmelo Hayes comes out to make the save. He helps Ilya to his feet, and I guess that'll be the next program for Dragunov. We get another John Cena interview clip with Tom Rinaldi. I watched it all. It was okay. John Cena can be hit or miss sometimes in interviews. I didn't like this interview that much. Questions were very general. It seems like Rinaldi just asked these people. He asks famous people like this questions all the time. It's really not an interview I'm really that interested in hearing. So it was there. You can listen to it. Kathy Kelly interviewed Javon Evans backstage before his match tomorrow night, and then The Miz walks in, mocks him for being young. Then Javon challenges The Miz to a match. Miz says he'll take it to Nick Aldis, and that was a match we got tonight. We get a Wyatt Six promo, then the Wyatt Six make their entrance next. Uncle Howdy does his best impression of his brother that he possibly can. He's not very good at it, I have to say. Then the MFT come out, cut a promo from a table backstage. I don't know where it was. I don't know if it's supposed to be the head of the table type of table. I don't know what the hell this was. They suck. The MFT sucks. This sucks. Solo says next week they're coming to take the tag belts. I don't care. I like JC Mateo. I like Tama Tonga. That's about it. I think the other guys suck. Solo Sikoa is one of the worst acts on all of television right now. Backstage, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss talked ahead of Alexa's match tonight with Lash. Charlotte was trying to give her confidence before, and then she mentions getting back to winning the tag team titles. This causes Rhea Ripley to show up and proclaim that her and Io are next for the belts. Alexa and Rhea go back and forth. I like their interactions together. I'd like to see more of them. I think they have some chemistry, and they were passively wishing each other luck in their matches tonight. I think they're best buddies, I hear. I know, I'm joking. Alexa used to date, she was actually engaged to Rhea's current husband, the man Rhea's married to, Buddy Matthews in AEW, formerly Buddy Murphy. Yeah, that was just a joke. If you don't know what best buddies mean if you don't get the inside baseball on that. So now we didn't get a baseball segment. We got some football players on the show next. Some very famous football players, as there was a video that WWE aired in which a whole bunch of A-list celebrities were wishing John Cena luck in his final match and giving him advice post-retirement. You had Tom Brady, the GOAT, the 7-time Super Bowl champion. Then you had the man who beat him in 2 Super Bowls, Eli Manning. And then you had Eli Manning's older brother, the I think it's 4 or 5-time NFL MVP. He won 2 Super Bowls as well, Peyton Manning. So you had like 3 of the most famous NFL players of all time. Probably the 2 most famous NFL players of all time, Brady and Peyton Manning. But then you also had Snoop Dogg, Jelly Roll, and Jimmy Fallon. Wait, I don't know if did he do a Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon recently? I'm not sure, but all of them appear in a video wishing John luck ahead of his final match. And then we see Solruka in the crowd, and then they show Bayley in the crowd, and she's wearing a John Cena shirt. I heard Bayley had some travel issues. Hopefully she gets her gear ready for tomorrow. Alexa Bliss was out next to a pop in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, which did I mention this show took place there, Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. But I don't know where it is. I think it's close to Pittsburgh. Anyway, Alexa got a decent pop, and then Lash was out next with Nia. We got Alexa Bliss and Lash Legend. As if you listen to if you're a listener, someone who listens to my podcast frequently, you know I really like Alexa Bliss. And right when this match was announced, I knew this was not going to end well for her. So Lash picks up Alexa early in the match, and she just slams her right into the barricade. I thought Alexa got hurt. Her face hit the barricade. It looked bad. Anyway, Lash got the heat for a while, and she just practically squashes her. Alexa got some offense in, a couple DDTs, but this was just a squash. Lash kills her, and it kind of has to be with the size difference. I think they're building up to Charlotte and Lash eventually, but Lash and Alexa just doesn't work because Lash is just so much bigger than her. Anyway, it was really a squash, and I don't think there's going to be an Alexa Bliss singles push under Triple H. He never really pushed her in NXT. He always pushed the 4 Horsewomen, but he never really saw much in an Alexa as a single star. She was featured, but he always pushed Charlotte and Bayley and Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks, who now Mercedes Moné. I heard she took a shot at WWE in a recent Instagram live stream. I wanted to mention that. She's burying the company. Hope she's having fun there, because I don't think we'll see her anytime soon. Anyway. Aleister Black and Zelina Vega are backstage. They're interviewed by Kathy Kelly before their match tonight. They announced SmackDown will officially return to 3 hours starting on January 2nd. Here's the thing. SmackDown sucks as 2 hours, but there's a lot of really talented workers on this show, and I think if they do a third hour, it will give a lot more opportunities to some of the better workers. Ilya is someone who's doing well with 2 hours. I think he'll do even better with 3 hours. DIY. I think they'll do better with 3 hours. Gargano and Ciampa can have some great matches. Fraxium, obviously, and Julia. I wanted to mention her. She's someone who I think would do really well with 3 hours. So hopefully we can get more wrestling. Let some of the better workers have some great matches. Let them get over like that. And there was no Julia on this show, by the way. SmackDown returning to 3 hours could be bad. I mean, if it's going to be from the SmackDown that we've seen a couple months ago, if we're going to get that for 3 hours, yeah, it's going to be awful to watch. But I think it can be done well if they focus on wrestling and let some of the workers shine on that show. Javon Evans took on The Miz. Of course, the first program that Javon Evans has on the main roster is with the fucking Miz, as it always is. Miz did the You Can't See Me 5-knuckle shuffle during this match. It was just a display for Javon Evans. He did a whole bunch of offense. He's very athletic. He eventually won with the OG cutter. He got the win. Nia Jax and Lash Legend walk up to Rhea Ripley backstage. It's going to lead to a program soon. Then Damian Priest walks up, tells her not to worry about them. And then Jade Cargill walks up to Rhea and stares her down. That's going to be a big program. I'd like to see Rhea and Jade. That's going to be that could be a WrestleMania match. That match definitely has a lot of aura. Just seeing those two stare at each other, it looks like two female titans going head to head. That's going to be a big match in the future. Mishin cuts a promo backstage. Nobody takes her seriously. Jade jumped her from behind, and this was in Gorilla, and she's just beating her down all over and she's really laying it onto her. So that told me, all right, the match really isn't going to happen. So Jade comes out and she's in high heels. She's obviously not going to wrestle. Says she's that bitch. Mishin comes out, attacks Jade with a kendo stick. She pulls out a table. Jade then gets the upper hand, and she grabs the table and puts it back under to get heat. I think Roman Reigns did that at WrestleMania 40 last year, and everyone now has to do it too. It's like one of the most copied spots. It's just such a cheap way to get heat. Then she eventually lays out Michin with a chokeslam. I'm going to say this about Michin. Don't wish this on her, but she is not going to survive 2026. She will be let go. I would be shocked if this time next year she is still a part of the WWE roster. We see the John Cena video package on the Last Time Is Now tournament. This is the last time we're going to see it. They show it. They preview Saturday night's main event tomorrow. Aleister Black and Zelina are out next. And Zelina is just Zelina now. She's not Zelina Vega. And she's certainly not Scarlett, who she's practically trying to emulate. And it's not her fault, but, I mean, they basically have her acting as exactly Scarlett. The thing we can say with Aleister Black is he's had that gimmick before Karrion Kross was even signed to WWE, so it's different in that regards. I mean, with Zelina, I mean, they're just having her be Scarlett, and just not as good as Scarlett. After the break, Damian Priest is out first, and Rhea Ripley comes out, and of course she gets a big pop as you'd expect. We get our main event, a mixed tag team match, the Terror Twins, Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley taking on Aleister Black and Zelina. We see Zelina and Rhea go out at first. A rematch from Backlash in Puerto Rico a couple years ago. Actually, almost 3 years ago now. Rhea won that match, but that was definitely a big match for Zelina. Definitely the highlight of her career, definitely as a single star. So, Priest and Black eventually get in. They don't last that much in the ring, so that tells me that the feud's going to continue because so much of this match was focused on the woman. Rhea and Zelina are back in the match, and there was a massive flop here. I'm going to say it. Zelina must have messed up because she was going to hit a code red onto Rhea, and Rhea is so much bigger than her, it must be hard to do a code red, but she misses, and oh my god, Zelina lands and she folds in half the wrong way, on her chest, and her back goes out, so it's like you can break your fucking spine. It looks so scary, but she got up right away and she was fine. This was a massive flop. Massive botch. I don't know what to say. I also noticed, why does Zelina have the same finisher as Roxanne? Zelina has been doing it longer than Roxanne has, I guess, on the main roster because she does the code red. But, I mean, Rox is the pop rocks and it's more over. So, it's weird that they have the same finisher. So, eventually, Zelina does hit the code red, but Rhea kicks out. Priest gets involved. Rhea and Black, Aleister Black, Rhea and Aleister Black do a stare down. Damian Priest fights him off, and then both Rhea and Priest hit dueling Razor's Edge onto their opponents, and then Rhea hits the Riptide onto Zelina Vega, pins her 1-2-3, and gets the win for her team. So Rhea and Damian Priest then celebrate to end the show. I think Priest will continue to feud with Black, but definitely Rhea is done with Zelina. She'll go back to the women's tag division, it looks like, but then in the future, she'll go back to the women's title scene to feud with Jade Cargill. I think that's going to be a big feud soon. So with tomorrow, we have Saturday night's main event, John Cena's final match. I never make predictions for those shows because they're not PLEs, they're TV shows. I don't need to do a prediction for a non-PLE, but it's special. I'm not doing an individual predictions video, but at the end of the SmackDown review, I guess I can just do a predictions for tomorrow night and who I think is going to win. So we have 4 official matches. We have AJ Styles and Dragon Lee taking on Javon Evans and Leon Slater. Javon Evans got the win tonight, and tomorrow he will not win. He will not lose, though. His partner will take the fall, as I predict Leon Slater will get pinned by AJ Styles. So AJ Styles and Dragon Lee win. And by the way, that match is exhibition. It's not for the tag team titles. Next, we get Bayley and Sol Ruka. Tough match to predict, to be honest. I can see it going either way. I think this is probably the closest match in terms of odds of who I think could win. It could be Bayley, could be Sol. I think Sol wins. I just think they have so much more invested in her right now. I don't think they have much in Bayley, to be honest. I think Sol's going to get the win here with the Soul Snatcher. Cody Rhodes and Oba Femi. I talked about that early on. I think Oba wins. I thought Cody would win going into tonight, but after SmackDown tonight, I think Oba Femi is going to win after Drew McIntyre costs Cody Rhodes the match. I think Drew will be in the building for John Cena's farewell. And the main event, here we go. John Cena in his final match taking on Gunter. Who wins tomorrow night? Unfortunately, I have the ring general Gunther winning the match. I think he'll beat John Cena. I think Cena will not tap out. I don't want to see him tap out, but I think he will pass out to the sleeper hold. Gunther wins tomorrow night. He beats John Cena. After the match, John Cena says his farewell. I don't know if he'll talk on the mic, but I think he'll get a big standing ovation, take his last bow, his final walk to the curtain, and that will be his career. It's going to be an emotional night, and it's going to be a night we're all going to remember, as the last time is officially now. Less than 24 hours, John Cena will be retired from the WWE. I have a lot to say tomorrow night. All I'll say right now is something I'm going to say a lot tomorrow night, so get ready for it. I think we're all going to say this, and that is, thank you, Cena.